I'm gonna miss this world. Huh. Well, goodbye, world. Welcome, everybody, back to the Boojum-Verse. Today we are in, as you can see, Minecraft. We're going to be going through my old server that we haven't played for, I think it's been a little over a year now, so it's been some time. But the other day, I suddenly got the desire to jump back in and play Minecraft again. But I think, you know, jumping back into the old server, I think it's time. I think it's time that we shut it down. We haven't played it for a year. We're going to bring the world down and then decide what we'll do from there. So welcome to the Boojum-Verse again. Welcome to our Minecraft server. I think maybe now you're starting to realize just how expansive, how broad the Boojum multiverse really is. It covers all sorts of things. It covers everything. So here we are at world spawn. Before I delete my Minecraft server, I thought I'd give you all a tour of all the things that me and my friends did in our time playing about a year ago. So here we are at world spawn. What you can see here is we're playing on Bedrock Edition. When Minecraft very first came out, you know, all those years ago, I played a ton of Minecraft. Of course, it was the Java edition. And then for this server, I wanted to play with all my friends who were on PlayStation at the time. And so I made a server on PlayStation. And we played a ton. And man, it's amazing. But it's all on Bedrock, so I'm kind of used to Bedrock Edition a lot more now than I am on Java Edition. But with that, let's get started with a bit of a tour. So like I said, here we are at World Spawn. Pretty interesting little location here. Some underwater kind of ruins over there. Over there in the distance, you can see I've got a couple of farms set up. We'll show you those a little bit later. Those are set up in a very specific place for a specific reason for what we were farming over there. But let's see, we're in creative mode, so we'll kind of zoom around here. This is an entirely survival server. I'm in creative now just for this tour. You can see we got a little bit of a sort of a little starter shelter here in a cave. Not really much going on here. I would say we very quickly after spawn abandoned world spawn and went on our own different ways to explore the world and see different areas. So I'm just going to zoom us up here, kind of up into the sky. I've got the render distance set pretty far out so you can kind of see what's going on over here. You can see there's a little village over there. There's a castle in the distance. We'll show you that in a little bit. And then way over there, you can see there's a little tower. So let's go ahead and zoom our way over here and I'll show you my starting base that I built way over there. I seem to remember that there was a big cave series. Yeah, there's a big cave in there. I want to say that there was a bit of a base that we were building in there that I don't think ever was finished. You can see down here, there's a road over there. I can show you that a little bit. That was sort of a long road that we built connecting a couple of different bases. But here is a beacon that I built just so I could help myself find this mountain range in the future and orient myself back towards where my base is. And you can see here, this is my starter base here. It used to be a really small sort of little shack kind of nestled in this mountainside here. And then I tore that all down and rebuilt it all anew. And then I expanded all these buildings over here. These are actually all just farms that I'll show you in a little bit. So going into the front of our base here. You can see we've got a big chandelier up in here. A big fire pit in the center with some benches. I have a lot of dogs in here for some reason. Like I said, it's been almost a year since I've logged in, maybe more than a year since last I logged in, and I don't really know what has changed. I know there's been quite a few updates since way back. I don't know if any of my redstone even still works, any of my contraptions still work, any of my farms are, you know, operating or not. I don't know why I had so many dogs. This one is Teddy, named after my actual dog. They look kind of similar, actually. There's a back door here, which leads... Oh, what's over here? I don't remember what's over here. We'll take a look. Oh yeah, I believe we had I think I built a little like sauna or like bath area over here. Yeah, there's like a little bathhouse area over here. This leads out just to a little outlook in the forest here. It's kind of cool. Same thing over here, back of the base. And then what does this do? Bobs me up and down. Oh yes, I had a water elevator that brings me down here. That's right. Oh, I remember these were hard to make. I had to string kelp all the way up to the very top and then break them all to get the bubbles and make this water elevator. Way down here. Oh yeah, I still got my axolotls here. Oh wow. Oh yes, this is an underground castle that we had made. I think this is just after the Caves and Cliffs update came out. Got a nether portal here. We'll go through that in a little bit to see where that goes. And then this is where I believe I had a little crafting area for making potions. Go up here on top of this little castle area. Oh yeah, got a lot of stuff from the nether that we'd built into here. A lot of soul sand, other nether materials. We'll go up the stairs here. We built a little room up here. Some vines growing down. More dogs, it sounds like. Yep. A little bed area over here. A little garden. All taken straight out of the nether. This little castle area. Pretty neat. I remember staying up late at night planning how this little castle area would look. You can see that sort of stands on its own. Oh yeah, I built a whole railway system to send resources from underground here all the way back up to my base above. I think I might have ended up closing that railway system down because since I'm on a multiplayer server on Bedrock, you can only have 4 chunks active at any one time. Well, it's a 4-chunk simulation distance, so you know, from any player, there's only 4 chunks that are active at any time. I got another water elevator here, it looks like. And then running over here, there's actually a road that I built that brings us all the way back up from underground here to our base. Goes all the way around over there. We'll walk a little bit farther. I think I might have another little area over here. Yeah, there's a road that goes up here as well. This whole underground cavern was absolutely just massive. I mean, gigantic. Part of the reason that I wanted to build my base up above this in the first place was so that I'd have a good spot to explore this huge cavern system from. We ended up exploring quite a lot of it. You can see that I kind of built an underground road system here with stairs, some detailing and stuff, but I mean, this just keeps going and going. There's a whole system down there that goes to another area. We ended up building strip mines down there for diamonds and other resources. You can see here a little sort of outpost, little rest spot way underground here. This whole cavern network continues off that waterfall and way out over there. So we'll kind of zoom our way. We'll zoom our way back over here. We'll go back up the long staircase to the top of our base. You can see here, this is a staircase that kind of goes all the way up, really steep. There you can see the sky just peeking out through that cavern, peeking out that hole. There's another little outpost right here that we made just to kind of stop and make some resources, you know, smelt down some of the ore that we were collecting. You can see I built a little bit of an overlook here. My God, look at this cavern. There's our castle down there. And then down this way, this is one of the mines that we made. You can see this strip mine here. I created a mining machine that used a flying machine, a TNT flying machine that would bore out everything through the ground here. I don't know if this still works or not. Probably doesn't, but you can see that here's the device, the machine, and man, I believe we put TNT in one of these things. Let's see. Is it got to be a dispenser here somewhere, unless... Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so you put TNT in this dispenser here, shoot the target block, everything would move forward. It would shoot the TNT out. The TNT would land perfectly on the anvil and on this netherite here. Then it would blow up a big chunk there. I'm curious if any of this still works. Let's try shooting an arrow and see if it moves. Oh, Yep, there it moved. Wow, it still works. That's crazy. We're boring all this out with that machine, just shooting it over and over and over again. Look at that. There's a underground mine over here that we found as we bored through here. My goodness. Another cave system off to the side there. Yeah, this is where the minecart track went. I remember I spent hours and hours and hours building this whole mine track system to bring resources from below back up to the surface, and then it didn't work because the minecart would go outside of simulation distance from me while I was waiting for everything to arrive and basically just freeze. It took me forever to figure out what was happening. I didn't understand. And then after some research, I figured out, well, 4 chunks is all you get. Then I learned how to chunk align things. So going back up the long, long staircase here. Jeez, my goodness, the staircases. It took us a long time to make all this. All in survival too, which I'm really proud of. You can see here there's a bit of a tunnel system that goes down this way. And then this brings us to... Here's that water system that was way down below. Those water elevators that pop you up and down here. If you go up this staircase here, we are back in our base. You can see here we are with all of our dogs. Let's take a look upstairs. See here we've got our bed, got some birds, music box, Kanye nest, Elvis, I guess we named them. Bunch of flowers in here, some other random stuff. Got kind of bookcases all over the place here. Little balcony back here, and another little kind of viewport here with our cartography map. I really like the design that we had in here. It's sort of a Viking steampunk type vibe that we had. There's our enchantment table. And if we go out into the back here, so I decided I wanted to kind of automate as anything that I could do. I just wanted to automate everything if I could. So we've got our beacon here. There's just a sort of stable. So these are all empty for some reason. We had some animals in here. A couple of cows still here. There's a road that goes all the way down to the village down below. We'll go visit that in a little bit. And then over here you can see these are my farms. So this one looks like a bamboo and a sugarcane farm. All of the supplies from these two get deposited down here. You can see I've got pistons that automatically mine these when they get too tall. There's actually some bamboo there on the ground that needs to be collected by a minecart system. We'll see if that still works. We've got a honey farm over here. Full of honeybee nests over here that are all working away. Remember that being a huge pain to make, all the bees escaping constantly. This is our wool farm. You can see we've got each color of wool in here with a big stained glass window up above. These guys are just chilling. They're horrible prison. We've got a cactus farm. And then over here is a flower farm with a dispenser that you can fill with a bone meal. And then it looks like it actually works. So the bone meal would shoot down. I've got it timed so that the bone meal would dispense right when they're closed. And it would put flowers all around, and then the pistons pull the ground back and it, breaks the flowers. Then I'll show you, you can see that this is a melon farm over here. All those melons are broken and need to be collected. So over here, turn on all of these farms. There's a single button that you click. And now I can hear the mine carts working now. So we should be able to see, yes, a lot of these things are getting collected now. All the mine carts are active. So there's a whole mine track system that goes underneath all of these farms in a big loop, and it should gather everything up. Then there's actually several mine carts that deposit everything into several chests, and another mine track system that collects everything. You can hear that bell now tells me that the system is on and the sorting system is working. So I'll show you kind of how this all works down here. So here we are downstairs. You can see I've got like a bunch of smelters here. You can deposit things in here and it'll auto smelt all these things. So like a bunch of chests that go into these auto smelters and then deposit everything out. A bunch of crafting stuff. This is an auto sorting device. So you put your shulkers over here. They automatically pulls all the items from the shulkers and then goes through the whole sorting system, and all your items are automatically sorted into each of these chests. You can hear all that clicking is all of the ticks for my timers, making sure that everything works. And it sounds like it's all still working here, which is kind of crazy. Here's all the redstone So this is the activation for the sorter and the clock for it. There's a circuit here and a clock for that, which times all of these ticks to move everything through the hoppers all the way around here and sort everything into all those chests. You can see everything's getting sorted over here as well. This is a bit bigger stacks of chests here, so a little bit different. And there's all this redstone over here too. I mean, I remember getting all this redstone to fit in this little compact area was pretty crazy. And then up here is the mine track system. That you can see the mine cart coming back, having gathered all the stuff from each of the farms. It's gonna go put it in that chest there. Once stuff is in that chest, the sorter should detect that things are there, yep, and turn on, and then move everything along and start to sort it. So this is the redstone for the mine track carts. You can see here's one that collects all the bamboo. This is the one that collects all of the melons. Here's the one that collects all of the sugarcane. What is being collected in here? Oh, this is the honey that's being collected. And then over here is all the wool. See it getting scooped up as the minecart goes underneath. And then over here is the cactuses. And this is the, of course, the melon one, which doesn't open. My God, I can't believe that all this redstone still works somehow. That's crazy. I mean, usually the redstone stuff starts to break after a couple of updates, you know. But I mean, especially on Bedrock, it's crazy that this would still be active. It's still working. Now the clicking is pretty annoying. I seem to remember I had a different block underneath the note block, so it would sound differently. We'll go turn that off really quick so we don't have to listen to it. Plus, once we leave, I found that a lot of the redstone would tend to break if you left it running. Pretty cool design, though, I thought. All right. I think it's going to clean up, finishing sorting the last few things. So in here, this, of course, is going to take us to the nether. We have man, tons of nether portals to help fast travel around everywhere. Oh, this light turned on. That must mean, yeah, there's something that didn't get sorted, so looks like some sugar and melons. My melon one must be full. Let's see, where do I have... I don't know where I've got melons. Probably in one of these somewhere. All filled up. So much wool. My God. But if you look here, you can see that there's a lot of gunpowder here. And if we open this chest, this opens a secret staircase, which still works and rises up out of the ground. Take us to a little, like, secret room here for, you know, potion crafting and things like that. I've got a bunch of potions, some blaze rods, magma cream, and nether warts. Oh, this still works. Nice. I remember this breaking a lot when I first made it. Nice. All right, so before we go down to the nether, let's go take a look at our village that we had nearby. I believe I set up a little villager area down there. See, we've got a road that leads all the way down the mountain here before we got our elytra. And this village used to come under attack a lot, so I built a wall all the way around it to keep it from being attacked. Keep the villagers nice and safe. And then all these houses were kind of modified a little bit. Like this one I modified a bit to make it a bit bigger. Add some more beds, things like that. But you can see that I never really finished the entire village. I wanted to make all the houses look kind of like this one. A bit fancier. But you can see here that I have another library, some villagers here. I used to have a full village farm as well. But it looks like a lot of the villagers have kind of moved. That guy's name is Loot My Butt for some reason. Fortuim. Some of these had different items, you know. This guy's got an enchanted book with power, different things, smite, stuff like that. What does this guy have? Silk Touch, probably. Oh yeah, Silk Touch there. All right, so going back up to the base, we can go through that nether portal and see where that takes us. You can see this here as well is a tree farm. Looks like there's a tree still there in the middle. I think the way this farm would work is you plant your tree here, go up your ladder, jump out onto the tree, and then you mine the tree from the top down. So it's not a full automated one yet. This is kind of a manual tree farm, kind of manual labor required in there. All right, so going back down the stairs here, we'll go through our nether portal. This will take us to our nether base. Here we are in our nether base. This takes us straight out into the nether here. Quite dangerous. And then over in this direction, we've got the portal that takes us back to our base. And over this way, it takes us to a farm, which we'll check out in a minute. This one takes us back into our nether castle, you can see here, underground beneath our main base. And then if we travel through here, you can see I built a full glass tunnel, so you can see the nether, but the nether can't see you and doesn't really attack you. All these mobs kind of leave you be. You can see here, there's a bit of a tower. This is on our way towards Lunicus Descent's base. He was on our server with us. Seen him in the past on our Fortnite and Helldivers videos. He had some pretty cool stuff going on over here. This takes us to, this nether portal will take us to his base. He had a little tower on the lava lake over there. And if you remember from World Spawn, that castle we saw in the distance, well, that was all his design. This is his very first starting base here. So he built right at the very beginning, made almost entirely out of cobblestone and like, looks like pine. Not a lot of resources available at the beginning of the game, obviously. And I think he had some little farm area down here, yeah. A lot of snow at his base. Lots and lots of snow over here. Pretty cool, though. I know there was a big cave system underneath his base as well that he spent a ton of time exploring. We've got some cool horses here. Kind of a cool little area. Check out his little tower. I think there was another way up here as well. I'm not sure how he got up there. Oh, here we are. Here's the way up into the tower. All twisty and turny. It's a pretty cool castle. His enchanting table. Go way up here. His beacon that he has lit to help him find his place. He had a little village down there with some villagers. Pretty neat area. We'll just kind of stay up on the ramparts here and go back through our nether portal. Back underground. Then over in this direction, if I remember correctly, is a little nether portal that should take us to, yes, you can see all these end materials here. So this nether portal takes us to where we found an end portal. Yes, here we are. I remember exploring the end was one of like the most stressful things ever. I mean, absolutely terrifying. You know, going in here to get an elytra. I did eventually kill the wither quite a few times over here to help get my materials that I would need to make my beacon. So I used the bedrock here to help us kill the wither. When I was farming wither kills, put them down there, build the wither down there, and then they can't move and can easily kill them. But over this way is one of Lunicus's ender farms, which is very impressive. Built it way out there with leaves. I remember finding him building this, being blown away. All of the Endermen drop down here. You can just hit them with one hit, get their XP like that. Super easy. Pretty cool farm. Building this was nerve-wracking as well. Trying not to fall into the void and die. Alright. I remember we did a lot of exploring in the end here. You can actually, with my render distance, you can actually see some of the islands way out there. Playing on PlayStation, on my render distance wasn't nearly this high. Now let's go back to the nether. We'll take a look at a couple of the other farms that I had built. Right back here in our nether base. This way is a whole farm. You can see I put soul sand down on the floor so I could put special boots on and zoom around on the soul sand, run really fast on my boots. Just to help speed things along, traveling through the nether here. You can see there's a nether fortress under here as well. And here is a blaze farm that I had made. We turn that on. It sounds like the trident killer is still working. Standard bedrock edition, using a trident to kill everything. Oh, there's some wither skeletons over there. Got tinted glass here. And you can see the blazes should spawn in there. Yeah, there's the blaze spawner. There they go. And the lava will slowly push them down into the trap. See, I've got a whole bunch of furnaces here and tons of blaze rods, a bunch of random other stuff that you get from killing these guys. So go down here and get some XP. They fall into this trap and then get killed by all get killed by the trident going in a, you know, spinning circle of death here. And all those blaze rods drop into here. Kind of crazy. This one I seem to remember being especially difficult to make as well. Dear God. Go back the way we came through our safe little nether portal or nether tunnels here. Off in that direction goes just open into the nether where we did all of our initial exploration there. See, I put a couple of pillars here to just remind me how to get back. But that all there is just open nether, which we went on many expeditions on. And over this way, through this tunnel system here. Take us to our creeper and gold farm. Which, man, I mean, on Bedrock Edition, I mean, you know, you don't have F3 to bring up the screen that sees all the coordinates and everything. You just have, like, basic coordinates. Traveling around was very difficult. See, this portal takes us back to the overworld. And here are the farms that you could see back from our initial spawn location. Back from world spawn, so back up in here you can see, like, way over there. Right there is where our world spawn is at. These two big farms are over here. This is the creeper farm, which looks like it's probably still working. Here we just have another trident killer fly up here. You can see the creepers will spawn up in here and then fall down. We need to build a huge roof to keep the light level low. We also have a kelp farm here, which may or may not work, and another bamboo farm to grow bamboo super fast. This farm was pretty interesting. I believe you had to turn on a couple of things. Let's see. That one, this one. I seem to remember this one breaking a bunch. Looks like this thing's not on all the way. Oh, yeah, it is. It is on. Moves the sand around. And that should activate too. Maybe another switch that I need to throw to activate this one fully. Dear God. And then over here is our gold farm. The server killer. This thing is absolutely out of control. Again, I can't believe that we built this in survival. I mean, look at these nether portals that get made here. It's crazy. This thing on PlayStation, we just, if I turned the whole farm on, we just crash the entire server. If we go up in here, though, you can see we've got a whole bunch of levers. We turn these all on, turn this on, turn all these on. Should activate everything. We'll take a look up above, despite how loud this is. See if this is still working. Oh, I can hear pigmen, so it is working. Yeah, look at these things just blinking on and off. The pigmen. God, there's so many pigmen now. Oh, buddy. Okay. I'll go turn this thing off quickly. A lot of XP and gold out of this one, that's for sure. Mother of God. We need to leave these on, actually. Turn off these guys. Wait for these pigmen to keep raining in. My God. So all these trident killers just go to town, all these pigmen falling in. Get a ton of experience by doing this. And gold, too. AFK in here. And then all that gold and everything goes through this huge sorting system. Through all here and drops all the gold. Little nuggets. And gold bars in here. This was a portal that I made. I don't forget why I had to make this portal. This was for, like, pigmen would sometimes, like, spawn in a weird spot. So we made a little, like, overflow portal to get the pigmen to go through the overflow almost. And show up in a different door in the nether where I could basically put them in, like, pigmen prison. So that you wouldn't get killed as you're on your way to your farm. Because there were a couple times I think I was on my way to my farm over here. To either get, you know, gunpowder or whatever from the creepers, and pigmen would be walking around. Yeah, you can see here's one. That's the overflow one. This is where these pigmen would just show up down here. So I built this little prison cell area for them, so they couldn't get out. Kind of kept them in the right spot. But I had to build another portal for that too. Oh my God. All right. And one of my last projects that I never finished right before I kind of, you know, stopped playing for a while was to build a entire secret mega base. So to get to the secret base, you would have to hit this button right here behind this flag. I would open this door, which the redstone for that door was, oh man, out of control. See it back here. I mean, that is a complex and compact door. Jeez. Building this was a rough build. Getting that to open that door correctly and look good too. That's really the hard part about redstone, is getting it to work isn't that hard usually, but making it look good, that's tricky. And then we'll see if my elevator works. This thing used to break all the time, so I doubt that this works, but we'll see. So far so good, actually. Wow, see how this works. This flying machine is crazy to make as well. Wow, it worked. Okay. So this brought us to like a little secret storage area. Let's see the redstone for this. Oops. This redstone machine was, it's a whole flying machine. Lots of slime and honey. My And then here, I set up a highway. So the secret base is, I mean, like thousands of chunks away from spawn. So I needed a way to get there quickly. So the way you do that is get on your little boat, put your boat down here, and on the ice, on a boat, it is extraordinarily fast. So we'll put our little boat out here, and then we'll get in the boat if we can. Yep, and off we go. Making this tunnel took a very long time. Oh, there's a corner there. Nice. The boat in there when it's done, and then go through our portal here. You know, we are, I mean, in the overworld, thousands of blocks away. And here is where we were in the process of building our mega base. See, I've got a beacon there. So the mega base is going to be a gigantic pyramid over here up on a castle platform that would span this entire area. This is the sort of the top floor of the the base floor of the castle, the bottom floor. Everything else would expand farther out in this direction. Way over here in the desert, there's a villager area over here. You can see I built a whole villager farm. I'm actually surprised these villagers are all still here. They surround an iron farm where iron golems will spawn in and then die in the lava here. But we never finished it though. Never finished our mega base. It's going to be in here underneath the entire castle. Be a massive sorting system here. These are all 4 chunks aligned, so I knew if I was standing in the center, I could reach out 4 chunks in each direction for my redstone, which would go out to here. The wall of the castle would go that direction there. And then under here would be a big boat with a huge archway door that would lead out into the ocean. Big whole coral area here, which is pretty cool. Man, 2 beacons there. Wow. You know, there's something about visiting an old Minecraft world that brings back, it's like a special kind of nostalgia. Instantly remember all the things that you had planned that you never got done, all the things that you did, all the times you died, the excitement of exploring caves and new biomes for the very first time. It's always a sad feeling coming back to places like this. It's that music too, you know. See if the elevator goes up. It's like it's actually working. I can't believe all this redstone still works. I'm gonna miss this world. But I think it's time. To start a new Minecraft world. Find new adventures. There's been new updates, new features added to the game, and I think maybe doing a Minecraft series where everybody who's joined the Boojum-Verse now, we can go on an adventure together. Build things together, explore new places, find new lands. I think it's time to do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm feeling the Minecraft itch again. I'm feeling the need to go and create for the sake of creation, to build new redstone contraptions, new machines, new farms. So, we now have a decision to make. We have our new PC that we're running on. We're no longer restricted to just PlayStation, so we could make a new world on Java Edition, which I think the redstone on Java is, you know, a lot more stable. It's weird, but redstone on Bedrock is just as weird. But there's a lot more features on Bedrock, and I'm really used to Bedrock. So right now for our new world, I'm kind of leaning towards making a Bedrock world. Just because I'm really familiar with it. But you'll have to let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Do you think we should make a Java Edition world? Minus this to Java, you know, the game doesn't run as well. Be a little jittery, like performance-wise. It's not as vibrant, doesn't have quite as many features, but the redstone is kind of cool. Plus it's a Bedrock. We're used to it. The game is packed full of features that you just don't see in Java. The redstone it's weird, but it's still doable. You can still do pretty much everything that you can on Java Edition on Bedrock, almost. Although it's, you know, a little strange. So let me know what you think. And keep an eye out in the future for the Minecraft version of the Boojum-Verse. Well, goodbye, world.